An investigation now about a common antibiotic prescribed every day in doctors' offices and dental chairs quietly killing people. Our senior investigator, Rebecca Lindstrom, has been looking into this. She's been talking with families and now sharing what they were never told.
I mean, nothing, everything made her happy.
The pictures in Sarah Moat's phone mark time, little moments that made her laugh. And others she'd rather forget.
This is when we got into the hospital.
She looks so tired.
I mean, it's all she did was pretty much sleep for days.
Moat's daughter, Elizabeth, was 3 when a doctor treated a small infection with a powerful antibiotic, Clindamycin.
It was about 3 weeks later, she woke up, started having stomach pains.
Stomach pains that led to days of severe discomfort and bloody diarrhea.
She was never comfortable.
Right.
So she would go stiff and then trying to ball up to see if it'll help.
It took 3 visits to the hospital to convince doctors this was more than food poisoning or a stomach bug.
They came in and told us that she had tested positive for C. diff. Pretty much like it was killing her insides.
C. diff is short for Clostridioides difficile.
That's Christian Lillis. His mom died 9 days after taking the drug, prescribed after a root canal. C. diff is a common bacteria in our gut, normally harmless, but antibiotics can throw off that balance, allowing it to flourish, sometimes with deadly results.
Almost any kind of antibiotic can predispose you to a C. diff infection, but clindamycin is known to be one of the ones that you really do want to avoid.
This 2023 study in the American Journal of Managed Care looked at 150,000 patients with C. diff and found clindamycin came with the greatest risk. According to Georgia Medicare claims, about half of its clindamycin prescriptions are written by dentists, but other doctors see it as an option for people allergic to penicillin, like Elizabeth. Clindamycin carries a black box warning.
It's reserved for drugs that have potentially either extremely dangerous or lethal potential side effects.
But Lila says his mom never saw that warning, and her dentist didn't say anything either.
Never.
The same for Moats.
No warnings on it, no nothing. Just put it in a plastic bag and handed right on to me.
And when problems started a week or 2 later, they weren't making the connection.
I was like, how do you get it? And it did show up, clindamycin, and that's when I was like, she was just recently on an antibiotic, which was clindamycin.
That's why Lila started a nonprofit in his mother's name to encourage both doctors and the public to understand the risks and use antibiotics only when truly needed.
Parents who bring a kid in with a runny nose and the doctor says, oh, I think it's just a cold, and they say, well, can I have something anyway?
This is her now. Today we are playing t-ball.
It took nearly 4 months for Sarah's little girl to again find her giggle. But the fear is still there.
Every time she goes to the bathroom, she is checking to make sure there is no blood in her stool. She is terrified that something's about to happen.
In Augusta, Rebecca Lindstrom, 11 Alive, investigates.